Hello my fellow working class heroes, good day. I am Carlo and welcome to Carlo Excels. These are the objectives of this episode. Today we're going to talk about locking and hiding cells in Microsoft Excel sheets. First, we're going to talk about the purpose of locking cells in Excel sheets, and then how to lock cells in Excel sheets, and then you have the options when locking cells in Microsoft Excel sheets. Next, we're going to talk about the purpose of hiding cells in Microsoft Excel sheets, and then how to hide cells in Microsoft Excel sheets. So let's get right down to it. What you can see on the screen right now is the sheet that we used when we were talking about the sum function here in Microsoft Excel. So for those who were here during that lesson, this should be familiar to you. So we have here the names of our fictional students, and then we have here spaces in which we can put in the scores for their quizzes. And then in these cells over here, you have a very simple formula which simply calculates the sum of these cells right here. Say for example, you're going to give this Microsoft Excel sheet file to somebody else. And when you give them this file, you do not want them to edit the names of the students because the names of the students should be there, should be stable, should be set already. At the same time, you also don't want them to accidentally edit whatever formulas you have, and you simply want them to fill up the spaces for the quizzes, and that's it. So how do we protect the cells that are supposed to be protected, and how do we make them just fill out the spaces that we want them to fill out? In Microsoft Excel, we can simply protect the sheet. When we protect this worksheet, what we can do is we can set options to make sure that users only do what is necessary and don't accidentally change things that we don't want them to change. So first off, how do we protect the sheet? So if you look at the upper part of Microsoft Excel, so you have here the ribbon, you please go to the review tab right here, and on the ribbon you can see a button which says protect sheet. So if we click on that, you will see a protect sheet dialog box, and here are the various options that you can use to protect sheets. We're gonna talk about that later. So for now, let's just protect this sheet without a password and press OK. Now that we've protected this sheet, you will see here it already has a closed lock, and it already says unprotect sheet. So this sheet is already protected. Now you will notice that if we click on a cell here, you will notice, wait, we can still edit the names, and we don't want the names to be edited. We can edit the formulas, and we don't want the formulas to be edited. What gives? Well, before you protect the sheet, you first have to specify to Microsoft Excel which cells exactly you want to be protected. So let's first unprotect the sheet again. So to unprotect the sheet, you simply click this unprotect sheet button right here, still on the review tab on the ribbon, unprotect sheet. And because we didn't specify a password a while ago, it will simply unprotect. Now, how do you specify to Microsoft Excel which cells you want to protect or you want to lock, and which cells you do not want to protect or you do not want to lock? Well, you can do this by simply right-clicking on any particular cell. For example, we can right-click this cell right here, students. So when you right-click on a cell, you then go to Format Cells over here. So you have the Format Cells dialog box. So this is where we can change the number format, alignment, font, border, fill, etc. I want you to go to the Protection tab, and you see here check boxes for locked or hidden cells. So once you specify locked right here, you click this lock button over here, and then you press OK. This cell A1 is now locked. So therefore, if you click the Protect Sheet button again, let's press OK, this cell is now locked. All other cells can be edited, but this cell cannot be edited because if you try to edit it, Microsoft Excel is going to stop you. That is how you lock the sheets. So of course, some of you are wondering, does that mean we have to individually click all of the cells and then manually lock them one by one? Actually, no. You can of course lock multiple cells. In fact, you can lock all of the cells simultaneously. If you click on the upper right corner of the sheet over here, click on that, and you will automatically select all of the cells. Normally, it's much easier if you lock all of the cells first and then you manually unlock only the cells that you want to unprotect. So let's lock all of the cells in this particular sheet. So right click, Format Cells, and then let's lock all of it and press OK. So all of it is now locked. Now again, we want these cells over here, only these cells, to remain unlocked. So we can highlight all of that, right click, Format Cells, and then we can uncheck the lock button over here and press OK. So what happens now is everything on this sheet is now locked except for the cells in which you input quiz scores, which these are unlocked, and this is what we want, right? So once again, we click on the protect sheet button, press OK. Now all of the other cells are locked and cannot be edited, even the formulas, but we can enter quiz scores right here. So that is those are the basics of locking cells in Microsoft Excel. Now let's go through the various options you have when it comes to protecting sheets. First, let's talk about the password. Please note that this password is case sensitive. So if you don't want to set a password, you can simply press OK and it can be unlocked without a password, no problem. But if you do set a password, it's first going to ask you to confirm the password, like so. And if anybody tries to unprotect the sheet, Microsoft Excel is first going to ask for the password, of course. Next, let's try these other options. So you have here the following options. First, select locked cells and select unlocked cells. Please note that all of these options are white lists, not black lists. In other words, if you check these boxes, you allow your user to do the following in this particular sheet. So you can allow the user to select locked cells or select unlocked cells, in which case we are allowing them to do so. You may also allow your users to format individual cells. Formatting individual cells, like so, covers the ability of users to change the font size of the to change the font size, whether it's alignment, its wrapping, and conditional formatting for each cell. You can also allow your users to format columns or format rows. Formatting columns or formatting rows will of course cover the ability of users. In this case, it's already protected, but because we allow our user to format rows or columns, the user can increase the size of columns, decrease the size of columns, and can even hide columns. Same with rows, because we allowed it, they can increase the size of rows, decrease the size of rows, or hide rows altogether. We can also allow the users to insert columns or insert rows. I think that's self-explanatory. We can also allow them to delete columns or delete rows, or to even insert hyperlinks into these cells. Or we can allow the users to use the sorting functions. We can allow the users to use autofilter, use pivot tables, or edit scenarios or edit objects. Just note on these edit objects, the edit objects covers this part of the sheet. So by allowing the user to edit objects, they can insert pictures, delete pictures, insert charts, delete charts, edit charts, etc. So that is what the edit objects is for. So please experiment with the various options with the protect sheet and use the options that will fit your need. Next, let's talk about hiding cells. Now, if you were paying attention to our discussion, when you right-click on cells, you will notice that there seems to be another option here which says hidden. So what is this for? Actually, hiding cells has nothing to do with the visibility of the cells. So for example, if I format cells and then select hidden for all of this, you will notice that you can still see all of these cells right here. Even if I protect the sheet, like so, you can still see all of the cells. So what is hidden, or what is hiding the cells for as far as formatting is concerned? So what exactly is hiding cells for? Hiding cells has something to do with the formulas or functions or even the constants that are in the formula bar in Microsoft Excel. So look at it this way. Let's enter a few numbers here just for samples, and then let's try to hide some of the spaces over here. So what we're gonna do is we're going to hide the first 5 spaces, like so. So format cells, and then we click hide for those cells. So we've hidden these 5 cells over here, and then let's keep these 5 cells unhidden. So uncheck on the hidden box right there, and then let's protect the sheet like so. So you will notice that because these cells are hidden, if I click on the cell, I do not see the formula for these cells, and you will only see the final result for these cells. But if you look at the cells that are not hidden, you're able to see the formulas for these particular cells. So okay, some of you may be thinking, so it's just a matter of hiding formulas just so you keep your formulas a secret. That's not necessarily the case. When you copy paste cells that are hidden, when you copy this for example and then paste them over here, you will notice that what you are copying is the result. So you've copied 212, 123, 123, 13 because these were the values that were here a while ago. But if you copy cells that are not hidden, you do not copy the result. In fact, you copy the formula. You copy this formula. So when you copy this and then paste it over here, you will notice that what you copied is essentially the formula. So that is what hidden cells are for. Hiding cells in the format cells, right? Hiding cells is for the purpose of hiding the formulas and also making sure that those hidden formulas do not end up as the result when you copy paste. As a final note, my dear fellow working class heroes, please do not think that just because you locked these cells does not mean that your template is foolproof. You might be thinking, oh, I locked these cells, I put a very strong password, so therefore nobody is going to be able to steal my work. Please note that the password protection for locking the sheets, it's actually very easy to break. In fact, you can do it yourself. You can simply research in Google or in YouTube the tons of available resources for you to be able to unlock Microsoft Excel sheets that have been locked. So if you forget your password, first of all, do not forget your password. It's incredibly inconvenient for you to do so. But if in case you forget your password when it comes to the protection of your sheets, please note that it's actually very easy to break that password. It's very easy to unlock the sheet. We might not be discussing that here in Carlo Excels, but you can search in Google or in YouTube and you'll be able to find that. So that's it for our lesson on locking and hiding cells in sheets in Microsoft Excel. I hope I earned your subscription today. Once again, I am Carlo and this is Carlo Excels. Thank you very much for watching.